possibly the fastest way to get better at paintballing is probably to be a better gunfighter, to learn how to gunfight better. Gunfighting, what I mean by gunfighting is by doing the maximum amount of damage to your opponents by being at just one spot, not moving around. Movement is what's going to be on a different show, and we're just going to go from here. So for gunfighting, playing from one spot, doing as much damage as possible, I've narrowed it down to 3 different things that I think is the most important to try to get better at. Right, the first is drawing guns. Drawing guns is basically what I mean is having more than one person on the opposite side of the pitch or the opposite side of the field shooting at you at one time. Basically what this does, it frees up your opponents, enables them to make moves, make eliminations, do whatever they want on the other side of the field because nobody's looking at them, everybody's looking at me. That's what drawing guns is. And the way you can do this, several ways you can do this, is basically just staying alive. That's all you really need to worry about. To enable to draw guns, drawing guns is either making a lot of noise and distracting your opponents, making them think that you're a bigger threat than you actually are, or having a smart opponent know that they're going to need to put more than one gun on me to be able to keep me from moving out of my spot, popping out and making a kill, or doing various other things, then I'm in a good spot and position. So if I'm far up the field, I'm going to need to know how to do various things under the category of staying alive, such as keeping a low profile. Snap shooting. I'm going to have to learn how to stay very small in my bunker to be able to do everything right, keep my elbow flat on the bunker, and be able to stay as small as possible so that I don't get shot, so that those guns are drawn onto me, and my teammates can make the move. Another thing you can do to get better at gunfighting is making kills. That's the next biggest thing. This is the single most biggest and best thing that you should learn how to do is make those kills better. And I'm just going to show you guys a couple tricks here real quick. Got them written down. I'm going to do 4 or 5 of them. 5 of them. The first one's called head checking. It's very simple. All these are going to be very, very simple things that you think like, oh, duh, yeah, I totally knew that. But you'd be surprised that in a game how many people don't do these things. Alright, and they're very, very simple. The first one's called head checking. It's basically just snap shooting with your face. Right? Snap shooting is like this. You come out of your bunker, you take a few shots at my target, and come back in with my gun. Head checking is the same thing as snap shooting, just with your head. So I come out and I take that visual information. I get that visual information, then I can bring my gun up and actually fight with them. This way I know if anybody's going to try to jump on me, get the drop on me, get a snapshot on me, I'm going to be able to just look real quick and not have to bring my whole gun out to be even more exposed to somebody trying to shoot me. Right, the second one's called loop-the-loop. This one's really fun, like when you're battling with a mirror or somebody right in front of you on position on a tape, say, and you're both coming out of the same side of this bunker. So I'm coming out of this side, he's coming out the same side, we're just battling for this tape, or we're battling for this side of the bunker. Right, so I come out here, and we're battling, suddenly he gets in. He gets me in, right? It's either I let him get me in, or I play aggressively, suddenly he gets me in. What I can do is do the loop-the-loop. What you do is basically you come up at the top of your bunker to shoot at him. But you don't want to do this in the center of your bunker, you want to do this right when you get out of sight of him. So if my target's out here and I know that he can't see me from this spot, I'm going to want to get on the very edge of this edge that he's shooting at and pop over the top of this bunker, take a few shots, and come back down to my side. Right? So it's going to look like this. You come straight up, come out, and get back on the tape. What this is going to do is hopefully scare him back into his bunker so that you'll be able to gain dominance on him on that side again. So one more time for you guys, you just come up, straight over the top, as tight as you can be to this edge where he can see. He can see right past this edge. I'm just going to come straight up, take a few shots, come back out to the tape on him. Right, and all the time I'm going to stay as small as possible. I'm not going to come out from the middle of my bunker because I'm not going to be able to see him, but I'm going to be able to come out from the tightest edge that I can over the top to be able to get the best angle on from that spot. Right. So baiting. Baiting's a kind of more complex one, and it kind of doesn't make sense, but if you think about it, it's very simple. Baiting is basically tricking your opponent to make them come out of their bunker, do crazy things, maybe rap, and catching them off guard. What players will do, and what you should learn to do as a player to be better, is to find which way the guns are pointed. I talked about this in a different video, but if you could find the guns, you can move up the field easier, right? Now, baiting, what this is tricking your opponent into coming out of this bunker when you're ready to shoot at him. So how this is going to work is suddenly he puts me in on the other side. Same scenario, he's going to put me in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gun, I'm shooting out the right side of my bunker, so the gun's in my right hand. I'm going to shoot out the left side of my bunker, the opposite side. So I'm going to shoot cross field with the opposite hand. The reason I'm going to do this is so I can come really fast back out. See, so I can just come really fast back out to the tape. So I'm shooting inside. Generally, I wouldn't tell you to do this on the left side of your bunker because you'd be exposed. But what you're basically going to do is try to surprise him. So he's going to think that you're shooting across the field, because he can see that he can hear the gunfire, he can see the stream coming out the other side of your bunker, but he's not going to know that you're ready to snap on him. So you come out, you take a few shots. And until you think that he thinks he's not that you're not a threat anymore, you're looking the other way. Then you really fast come out and see if you can get a snapshot on him. Wrapping is the fourth thing I'm going to talk about here. Wrapping, what you do is same scenario. I'm on the tape. As soon as I either put him in or kill him, what I'm going to do is take about a half a step outside my bunker and look inside. Right? So it's better than coming out the other side of my bunker to look inside, just because I have this much more of an angle with this bunker looking inside. So I'm going to have a very more increased angle of doing this than I would coming the other side of the bunker and having the same angles that I did before. So I'm just going to come here. I put my mirror in. I put my mirror in, or I kill him, or something like that. I clear that side. Then I'm going to look inside real quick for shots. Right? This is going to be, if he's still there, if you didn't make the kill, you're going to have to get back really fast. So it's going to have to be real quick. You know, look inside, come back. But basically, you're just going to look for quick targets that you can make any kills on somebody getting lazy, like the back center, not paying attention to where he's standing in his bunker, stuff like that. Right, the last thing is scanning. Scanning is really simple. You just come over the very center and top of your bunker for a quick second if nobody's looking at you. If you come out, say this side, a lot of people will do this right before they move. You'll see the pros doing this. They'll look over the top of their bunker just to make sure that they don't have any more shots they can make from that spot to be able to, you know, as opposed to moving somewhere else where they might have a shot. So you're playing, and you come out this side, and you don't see anybody. You've cleared this tape. You've wrapped. You don't know where anything else is. You can't make any shots on the left side either, and you've been head checking from both sides. You've checked both sides. What you're going to want to do is come to the center of your bunker, stand straight up for about 2 seconds, come up with your gun out. Don't come up dumb, though. You want to come up, make sure you don't come up in a stream, make sure nobody's looking at you. So just come up real quick. It could even be a head check. But you just come up real quick, see if you have any shots. If you do, you can either take those shots or get wrapping from one or the other side. If you hear gunfire, obviously you're going to have to get down really fast. But what that basically does for you is tells you if you have any more shots you can make from wrapping on position. And of course, that's a lot better than just taking this and just wrapping slowly around to where the point where you're exposed and you don't know where anybody is. If you can just head check really quick from the top and do a little scan of what you can see if you have any more shots you can make from your spot, so you can be able to wrap more securely because you already know he's there. Right. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about doing damage to your opponent as far as gunfighting goes is controlling your opponents. Controlling your opponents is the best way to help your teammates move up the field and get more kills, etc. So how you do this? Cover fire is the most well-known version of controlling your enemy, but there's a couple of different things you can do about that. Controlling an enemy could mean cover fire for a teammate. It could mean keeping. It could also mean keeping them from moving. So if I know somebody's in this bunker over here, he's going to try to move out this way. I'm either going to post up on that lane. I could put a lane down. Just controlling him, keeping him from doing what he wants to do, keeping him from moving up the field, keeping him from making eliminations, and helping my team move up the field. So these are just a couple things that you can do to get better at gunfighting. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, post, like, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching, guys.